less than half a thou run out. All right, here's that troublemaker. 7's a little bit snug. Just take a little off. 7. Hey, happy Friday, how we doing? Hey, I'm going to finish up some 3BZ heads today. So I've already installed valve guides and hone fit them. And then I did a 3-angle valve job. Then I installed the buckets and the cams. And of course I verified that the cam turned. Okay, so I'm getting ready to do the valve adjustment. And I bought a brand new set of valves. But I got to check them for run out with this. Okay, let's see. We're looking for half a thou, less than half a thou run out. Looks good, about 4/10. Let me check them all. Okay, and they're all good. So now let me adjust the valves. Look who came to say hi. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Do you need petted? Do you need petted? There you go. Okay, so I'm going to put the intake valve in here. Now I'm going to check the lash. I'm looking for 7 to 11. This is a 7. Slips in there. There's an 11, it doesn't fit. Wow, that one doesn't need adjusted. Let me find one that needs adjusted here. Go down here. That doesn't usually happen. 7 again. You know, let me just take a whisker off of it. That's pretty close. So go over here to my valve grinder. Oops. Tighten this. Just take a little off. Seven doesn't fit, or fits. The 11 doesn't. Okay, let me do the other intake. Alright, I had to grind a little bit more off this one. So here's a 7, slips in. There's the 11. And it doesn't. So we're good. Let me do the exhaust. Okay, the exhaust spec is 9 to 13. So here's a 9. And it's tight. More. Okay, I ground a little more. Still a little snug. 9. There's a 13. And it's tight. Let me adjust all of them. So I adjusted the first head. This is the second head, and I adjusted all these, and I got to this one, the very last one, and I was checking it. I could slip an 18 in it, so I just quit. I pulled the cam out. So here's that bucket. This is a shim. It comes out. And it doesn't come out. It comes off. This is how you do a valve adjustment in the car. So I got a thicker one here. And I'll put the cam back in. Now, I didn't have to take this cam out. I got tools. Little cock there. I got tools to do this like when you're in the vehicle. You can change out them shims. That's how they do the valve adjustment. I got these special pliers. I should have showed you that bucket. And this tool right here. that you put this in there and rotate the cam, and that'll hold the valve open, and then you go around the barrel of the cam and grab that shim out and pull it out with a magnet, and you can change them that way in the car. And it's just easier for me to pull out the cam than monkey around with those tools, because they're just a bit awkward. They work. That's the way a lot of shops, I think, actually adjust the valves. Let me adjust this last one now and get my socket back. All right, here's that troublemaker. Let's see what we got. 7 is a little bit snug. 7. Here's the 11. Yeah, I'm done. Okay, now I got to take everything apart, and nothing can get scrambled up except your eggs. You guys like scrambled eggs? I like mine over easy. Okay, so I got them numbered. I put a D on this valve. This is a distributor head. All right, so everything is separated. Say, I have people call me every once in a while and ask me, hey, do you have a cam cap I could buy? This cap will not fit on this head. It just doesn't work out. The cap has to go back on the head it came from. Hey, I had a customer I sold a set of heads to in Alaska, and he called me up and said the distributor wouldn't fit. So he had the early heads without that front tensioner hole. This hole right here, he didn't have this hole. So he had put the wrong head on the wrong side. I accidentally put my finger over the stop button. I don't know where I was. So he had put the wrong cylinder heads on the wrong side, and the distributor wouldn't fit because the hole is machined different. Let me show you. So I got a pilot here. The top of this is 385 thousandths. It fits in the distributor hole. Look down here in the non-distributor head. It doesn't fit. That's why his distributor wouldn't fit. So I told him, you got the heads on the wrong side, man. Do the cams turn? He said they turn, so I don't know about that. He asked me about drilling it, and I told him, well, as you can if you want to try it. And he drilled that somehow and called me back later and said it all worked, but I don't know about the alignment and all that. So I'm ready to surface now as soon as somebody's done with the surfacer over there. He's hogging my machine again. Here we go. Looks like it got a little hot, huh? Let me take a couple more thou off of it. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 thousandths here. Whoa, I'm gonna knock the thing over. Then go for another thou. This is going to be another thou, and I'll do a half on the way back. All right, here's the second head. So I made a witness mark here and one here. So it's in here nice and level. I'm not going to film this. I'll just show you a little bit along the way. Here you go. This is after one pass. This head's not as warped as the other one was. Remember the other one? It was warped all across here from the heat from the exhaust, obviously. This one worked pretty evenly, even though it is warped. I'm going to have to remove the same amount off of this one as I did the other one. So I'm coming back at it, a couple more thou. And back the other way. See if they clean. Still got a couple more. There you go. All right, I got everything cleaned and I'm ready to assemble. This is Cleveite bearing guard. Right, I'll just film one of these. So I put a little oil on the spring seat and some on top of the guide. This shim goes on. Gotta make sure it's in. I can't see, you guys are in the way. I'll check it here. Then the seal goes on. I have seal pliers. I caught these at the beach. There you go. I'm going to do them all. Okay, I got all the seals and shims on them. Make sure they're down. You can tell if they're down. It'll hydraulic a little bit of oil. Let me find a good one for you here. It's hard to see down there. See how the oil hydraulic out through the seal? That'll let you know they're down. There you go, they're all assembled. The customer can't find these bolts, and I don't have very many, so I'm going to have to source them some if you can't find them. These cams have to come out to torque the head on anyway. You see the head bolt hole down there? It's in the way. But there you go, set of 3 VECE Toyota heads. Hey, I just put all the caps on the heads for a thumbnail picture, and then I switched to bolts. So I forgot to explain to you guys, if you're unbolting one of these heads, I see it happen a lot, don't unbolt it from the rear. You got to work in the middle or you'll snap this thrust off. I've seen it happen lots of times. It'll just snap it off because the cam will pick up and bind in the back. Hey, and one last thing, these dowels, they don't have any press fit. So they'll just fall out. A lot of times the customers bring them in, they're still in it, and I pull them out before it goes in the wash because you hit that with air and they'll be gone. There you go, I said a 3-liter Toyota heads. So I still have his rods to finish and David has to finish up honing the block. And then this project could be gone. Thanks for coming along on this Friday, you guys. You guys come back and see me again and be nice to each other, all right? Bye.